How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days and welcome to an Expert Mode boss tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at, if you can't tell yet by the trophy, the Eye of Cthulhu in Expert Mode. And I missed the bird. So with people joining Terraria all the time, the release of 3DS version, there's going to be heaps of new players to this game, as well as I still hear about people just taking the plunge into Expert Mode, even just recently, months and months after the release of Terraria 1.3. So this guide's going to look at potions, accessories, equipment and arena, all in a quick little video for you. So we got a lot to get through, guys. Let's get started. Alright, while it's still daytime, let's get our arena set up while the sun is shining bright. And the first thing you'll need is about 400 platforms worth of platform. And the reason for that is I like to have a two-tiered platform, so I don't have to worry about terraforming the earth, but that's an option too. And what you'll want to do is create two platforms a little bit apart from each other. And the reason you want them a little bit apart, and off the ground mind, is so you can grapple between them. So we'll do a quick speed build of this and I'll show you the next step. Okay, next thing we're going to do once we've got our arena set up is have a quick chat about equipment. And you'll notice that I'm using a grappling hook to get between the platforms. You can make a grappling hook with 15 of any gem type, and it doesn't really matter, you don't have to go straight for a diamond one, even the weakest one will work fine for you. Alright, for armor, pretty much any set of a metal tier armor, a low metal tier is fine. You're really aiming for about, I don't know, about 10 points of armor, plus a set bonus if you can get it is always nice too. For accessories, guys, just grab anything you can get. Anything's going to help for the fight early on. Although two exceptions are the obsidian skull and the white string. Because you can craft these over and over, you can actually keep making them until you get a modifier you like. And I've gone for defense items. Now, I got these within making about 4 or 5 of them. If you want to keep mining for the materials over and over, you could get warding on both technically, which will help you out a lot. Now, I've got 2 gold bows here as well. And I just want to show the difference between trying to reforge your bow over and over. So, one is just normal, one has deadly. You can see it gives about 1 extra point of damage, and it probably fires a tiny bit faster. But at the end of the day, guys, if it's the difference between you having gold armor or not, I'd probably just stick with making 1 bow. Now, as the night starts to descend, let's talk about potions quickly. And you'll notice I've got 4 potions and some food here. So food, bass is easily caught from any pool of water basically. And you'll notice when I use it, it increases our armor by 2. It also unlocks your regeneration potential, so definitely worth using that. Now, I've got 3 of the probably the best potions you should always carry: Swiftness, Regen, and Iron Skin. And I'm going to be using bow, so I've added the Archery potion as well. So let's look in the box here. I've got how to make each one. So we've got, to make Swiftness, you just need a bit of cactus and blink root, and water to make Swiftness. Regen is just actually you'll notice Daybloom is pretty much used for everything. Mushrooms and Daybloom. Iron skins are just iron ore and Daybloom. And archery potions, if you want to use bow, just need a few lenses for each one as well. I've also included a nice upgrade for your healing potions. For every 2 lesser healing potions and 1 glowing mushroom, you can actually make a healing pot that doubles the effectiveness of it, which is definitely worth using. So, once you've got all those, you're pretty much ready for the fight. I have also included some optional equipment you might want. If you've lucked out at the dungeon and found a water bolt, what you might want to do is add a little bit of a wall to the side of your arena. And what you can do towards the end of the fight is bounce some water bolts off the side, and when he's doing his crazy charge attack, you'll get some extra hits in that way. The other thing you can try and do is try and peg him with some grenades. because he does stay quite close to you near the end of the fight. So with all that said and done, guys, we're ready to battle. So let's wait till the sun goes down and fight Eye of Cthulhu. Oops, one thing I forgot to talk about was ammunition for the fight as well, guys. So flaming arrows are made just from wooden arrows and torches, which are pretty good for managing damage against Cthulhu himself, or itself. But one thing I wanted to add was Jester arrows. Now Jester arrows do piercing, and all you need is a fallen star and a wooden arrow to craft those. And they're really cool. They're not affected by gravity, which means, yeah, you can pretty much aim for Cthulhu from anywhere and pierce all of his minions as well. Night has fallen and we're just about to summon Cthulhu. Here he comes. And let's get our buffs on nice and early here. So he's charging away at us, but he is going to have a hard time hitting us because of our awesome grappling hook. Now I'm using a technique called grapple jumping. I don't know if that's the name of it, but that's what I call it. And what you do is when he charges, you push jump just as you're grappling, just as your body's about to hit the top platform, and you'll actually jump straight through the platform without slowing down at all. This is really good for fights where you need that speed to stay ahead of bosses like Cthulhu, especially when he uses his charge attack towards the end. You can actually chain grapple jumps as well to jump up multiple platforms without actually touching the ground, which is super useful in fights like this where you need a bit of speed. Alright, so as you can see, the Jester arrows are nicely managing the Servants of Cthulhu. And he actually spits out a lot of them just as he changes into his second form. Now, if you can, and they drop hearts, you can try and save them for later in the fight when you get a bit lower on health and you might need a bit of a top up. But unfortunately we didn't get any, but we're doing okay so far. Now here comes his charge attack. And this is where having Hermes boots, if you've found them, or the sailfish boots can be useful. And don't worry if you run out of Jester arrows by now, they're not as critical for this stage of the fight. So, as you see, just keep targeting with your Jesters. Oh, probably going to get hit there. That's okay. Was that the first time I've been hit? I don't know. Anyway, so you just keep pegging him as much as you can with your Jester arrows. Now what will happen is his attack speed and his frequency of doing these charges does increase towards the end of the fight. So this is the time where you might want to have your grenades or your water bolt ready. So as I mentioned, just sort of casting them in a straight line and you'll get them bouncing back and forward. Now what will happen is he'll charge through them while he's charging at you. The other thing you can do is just try and peg him with grenades as he sort of charges into you. Because he comes so close, it is quite hard to miss him with them, although I am missing a few. But you see, it's sort of that burst damage at the end of the fight just makes it a bit easier to finish him off. And get all this awesome loot. And we got the trophy, how cool is that? Now, an item you get out of the Cthulhu bag is amazing. It's the Shield of Cthulhu. And this is useful in all the other pre-hard mode fights because it gives you the Cthulhu dash ability. It has about a 1 second cooldown. And it's just amazing. It's so good for dodging projectiles, and it works really well with grapple jumping too. You can even be falling and dash in midair, which is just amazing. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little look in how to beat Cthulhu. Nice and easy. Now, before anyone says yes, you could obviously do this with less health, less armor, less weapons. That is true. You could also do it with a lot more. So there's a lot of different ways to play Terraria. So if you're new to expert mode, you're looking for a good way to beat Cthulhu, I recommend some or all of the strategies shown here. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching this expert boss tutorial. Now here's the really important part. So because I'm recording from my new computer, over the next few days I'll be tweaking settings and changing things. I'm trying to make the content as well, the graphical display as good as I possibly can. So here's where I really appreciate your feedback. So if anything seems good, so good feedback is good, like you liked this looks good, but even bad feedback like this didn't quite work, or it seemed too fast, like is a 60 frames per second okay? So yeah, just let me know, good or bad, and that's the best way to get an idea of if the changes have been good. Did you even notice anything different? I mean, it's even okay to say you can't notice the difference, because I'm effectively making the file sizes larger. So if you can't really tell the difference, it's probably not worth the extra upload time. So yeah, it's even feedback to say you don't notice any different. So I'd really appreciate any and all comments regarding that. Just remember, always being respectful and polite. But you guys are pretty good by now. I mean, you've always been. We've just got such an awesome community here. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I said, because we didn't do shoutouts yesterday... Bunny, no! Bunny! How come bunnies don't get full damage? This is rigged. I said yesterday, because we didn't do shoutouts then, I will do 10 shoutouts today, taken from both the last 2 videos, so no one misses out. Alright, so let's get going. And our first one is from the Trevor Boys. And they've asked me just to say a big hi to them. It's this awesome dad, and he watches this some of my videos with his son. And I think that's really, really cool when families get together and watch my videos. I feel a bit honoured when people do that, actually. It's really nice. So yeah, thank you so much. The Trevor Boys, thanks for watching. Our next one is from Andy Shaders. And they've asked me to say in a Skeletron voice, spooky, scary Skeletron send shivers down your spine. That's a cool one. Tongue twister and Skeletron. Awesome. Our next one is from Tainer Tubi. And they've asked me to say in a Elena voice. I just changed like 3 voices just then. Happy if you continue giving cookies away, there'll be no more. Oh no, we can't do that. Alright, thanks Tainer. Our next one is from Science Snake. I'm so tongue-tied at the moment. And they've asked me saying the slimy voice. I love you, Helena. Oh, cookie. This is happy sliming out. Nice take on my sunny out thing too. And next one is from King of Doom 695. And they've asked me also to say in slimy voice, I am a ferocious beast. Die, Skeletron! Oh, Slimy. I wonder if you put on a full set of Tiki armor and attack Skeletron with Slimies if you could win. And next one is from Dunban the Warrior. And they've asked me to say in Dunban's voice from Xenoblade Chronicles. Or just Xenoblade in general. Cool game, by the way. They've asked me to say, don't get cocky, stay focused and sharp, and try not to always eat all the cookies. I like that one, that's awesome. Thanks, Dunban, for a Dunban shout out. Our next one is from Spitty Rollet, and they've asked me to say in a Helena voice, I wonder if I can control the cookie summon. That'd be cool, cookie summon. Bring on the cookie mod for Terraria. Alright, our next one is from JB, and also in a Helena voice, oh no, not the knees, I mean, not the bees. Thanks, JB. Our next one, we're almost there. Our next one is from Bruno the Terrarian. They've asked me to say in a merchant voice, hello stranger, do you want the cookies or potions? Oh, that's awesome. And our last one is from Aman7575. They've asked me to say in a Rufus voice, I wish there were cookie rain instead of slime rain. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome, I would love that. Oh my gosh guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your understanding yesterday with the slightly shorter video. The reason I didn't do a Let's Play today is because I want to make sure all the settings and that are fine before I jump into a full-blown Let's Play with all the music and editing and all that crazy stuff going on. Although I kind of did the same thing in this video anyway, but you get the idea. Yeah, so... yeah, I hope you're enjoying the different settings. So remember, feedback is very much appreciated. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Keep your comments and suggestions coming for other video types. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, click the little HD icon in the bottom right corner. You won't be disappointed. Alright, here's the most important part as always. You will stay happy, and I'll see you soon. This is Happy Day signing out. See ya. As I put the wiring up. Alright, now let's find out where this lava is. Mr. Lava! Oh goodness. Okay, we've got to heal off, nice. Oh, he's about to go in his last form. Oh, what do we... No!